his statement today and responding to questions for just 5 minutes short of 2 hours. Thank you very much. Point of order, Zarah Sultana.
Order, Mr Deputy Speaker, and in line with the House's rules, I informed the member in question that I would be referencing him. In the previous statement, the member for Brigg and Goole implied that I had just, and I quote, given a free pass to the terrorists who carried out the October the 7th attack. Mr Deputy Speaker, that claim is grotesquely untrue. My question to the Prime Minister in no way had that implication. I was calling for a de-escalation in the region and for an immediate ceasefire, and his accusation is absolutely untrue. In this House and elsewhere, I have repeatedly condemned the actions of Hamas and called for the release of all hostages. Moreover, the member's gross accusation is playing to a racist trope, implying that because I am a Muslim, I support Hamas. So with rising Islamophobia and racist tropes asking British Muslims to prove their loyalty, can I ask you for guidance on how to get a full retraction and apology from the member for Brigg and Goole?
Further to that point of order, Andrew Percy.
As loath as I am to engage in this silliness, let me be absolutely clear. Let me be absolutely clear to the honourable lady. Not only did I not reference her, I have on numerous, if she would let me, if she'd listen to the response, on numerous occasions I have said too many people have failed to call out what I think is unacceptable. I've said that before. I'm not going to stop saying that I think people have given a free pass on occasions to behaviour and have not dealt with this with a fair hand. That is an open point of debate. I have called people out on my own side for that. If she could sit here and listen to me, it has absolutely nothing to do with the thing. But I don't want to engage in this silliness. So I will say to the honourable lady, I have absolutely no intention of inferring at all that she is in any... Let me respond, that she is in any way in support of any of that. I'm sure she isn't. I never said that. I would never say that. But I'm also, Mr Deputy Speaker, not going to not say what I think on issues in this House and call out what I think is on this issue. Too many people in this place giving a free pass to one side whilst not acknowledging the horrors that the other side suffered.
Thank you. I'm going to allow that on both sides to stand on the record. Layla Moran, point of order.
On a point of order, Mr Deputy Speaker, I'd like to seek your guidance on the Parliamentary Convention regarding the deployment of UK armed forces for armed conflict. The Prime Minister will have heard the consternation from members across the House about MPs having a say on this deployment to troops in the Red Sea. There is a convention that was forged in the fire of the Iraq war debates that this House has its say in advance of any military action. This was confirmed on the floor of this House on the 10th of March 2011 under the then Prime Minister, now Foreign Secretary Lord Cameron, when the Leader of the House said, and I quote, "We propose to observe that convention except where there is an emergency and such action would not be appropriate." Now, we are told that these strikes have to be debated, were about to happen for weeks, so it's not an emergency. And the Prime Minister mentioned a process in 2015, I presume to do with Iraq. But in that justification on the floor of this House again, the Minister said that it was not military action. In fact, it is only the 2018 lack of vote and debate that is the aberration since 2002. So the question I have for you, Mr Deputy Speaker, is does this Prime Minister observe the convention, and what is the guidance for this House, what is the process to ensure that we can hold the government to account on this matter that should have urgent consideration?
I'm grateful to the honourable member for her point of order and giving me advance notice of it. Since 2011, the government has recognised the convention that before troops are committed, this House should have an opportunity to debate the matter. The government has undertaken, in the Cabinet Manual and in statements to this House, to observe that convention, except when there is an emergency and such action would not be appropriate. It is for the government to explain to the House why prior parliamentary authorisation was not appropriate in this case, and as she will have heard, he was asked directly by Mr Ford about pre-authorisation, and the House heard the Prime Minister's response to that